أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Jane Roberts was a New Age pioneer who channeled a spirit known as Seth. Roberts sold more than 1 million copies of her books and inspired many.
And we borrowed a Ouija board. We didn't even buy one. And after, I forget, once or twice or something, we started to get stuff on the board. And after only maybe 5 or 6, 7 sessions with that, Seth came through vocally. I would start to know what was going to be said, and then I would start to want to speak.
Okay.
Well, after the board session stopped, as they did very quickly, I just began speaking the words automatically for Seth without knowing what I was saying. The script, again, the title was The Physical Universe as Idea Construction. The idea being that everything is a result of idea and has consciousness. The idea being that everything is a result of idea and has consciousness.
Really, the main message that Seth is trying to say is that people are gods in training.
Some may find it interesting that the name Seth is synonymous with the Egyptian god Set, and in the realm of the occult, Set is one of the infernal names of Satan. In 1888, Blavatsky published her now famous work, The Secret Doctrine, a book revered by occult practitioners all over the world.
In The Secret Doctrine, she wrote, "And now it stands proven that Satan, or the red fiery dragon, the Lord of Phosphorus, and Lucifer, or light-bearer, is in us. It is our mind, our Redeemer, our intelligent liberator and savior from pure animalism."
Adolf Hitler reportedly slept with a copy of this book at his bedside. Blavatsky subtitled the work, The Synthesis of Science, Religion, and Philosophy. The Secret Doctrine is filled with ancient mystery wisdom that more than a century later continues to hold New Age readers spellbound. Continues to hold New Age readers spellbound.
There's no way that a girl with a 6th or 7th grade education could possibly have written this. These volumes were channeled to her by a demonic spirit she called Kuthumi. And she actually traveled to Tibet, to India, and she claims that she actually went to Tibet and actually met her master there.
Well, he's basically not only the father of modern Satanism and the most highly regarded Satanist of the last century, he is also the father of the modern New Age movement. Altered states of consciousness, trying to make altered states of consciousness scientific, through whether it be hallucinogens and seeing reality different, whether it was drugs, whether it was astrology or the practice of ritual magic, whether it was sex magic, whether it was his ideas of world unity through magic and so forth. All these are very popular through the 1960s and after that in ushering in what today is called the New Age movement.
I sat on the back hood with my feet in the back seat, and I said to them, I said, look, I know you're here, okay? And I want you to know that I don't mind doing whatever it is I'm supposed to do. If I've got a destiny in life or a mission or whatever it is, I don't mind doing it. But if it has something to do with you, then I'm going to ask you for two favors. Do not abduct me, because I don't want to go anywhere. And don't frighten me in my bedroom. I don't want to wake up and find something in my bedroom I can't handle, okay? So don't mess with me, and don't scare me to death, and I don't want to go anywhere. But if I'm supposed to do something, if there's a divine plan of some sort where I'm supposed to play, then open the doors, show me what I am to do, and leave me alone. And I thanked them, and I got back in the car and drove back, and that was it. The candles and lighting candles and doing some sort of a little ritual thing, and I'm just laying there watching her. I mean, Paul says she's great. We'll find out. And she's talking to someone, and I'm laying there watching her, and she's talking to someone. And then she goes on lighting some more candles, and then she starts talking again, and then she's laughing. And I said, what are you laughing at? And she said, oh, they told me something funny about you. And I said, what? And she said, they said that about a month ago you drove up to see Joe and Pat up at Little Alien Inn in a convertible you rented, and you sat on the back of the hood with your feet in the back seat, and you told them you didn't mind doing what you're supposed to do, but you didn't want to be abducted or frightened in your bedroom, and they thought that was funny. I said, whoa, nobody knew I did that. No one knew I did that. I didn't tell anyone. And she says, well, and I'm just telling you what she said. She said, they are Pleiadians, and they have brought you here to do something. And you are ultimately going to be a emissary, was the word, an emissary for them. They're going to channel through you. They're going to use you, and they will speak through you. They're going to channel through you. They're going to use you, and they will speak through you.
David Icke, the former footballer, television presenter and Green Party spokesman, hit the headlines when he claimed that spirit forces had chosen him to lead a campaign to save the world.
I am in contact and in communication with those at the highest levels of creation who are passing on this information. You see, you're shaking your head, my friend.
Can I ask you then, you're saying you're in contact with the highest communications. Would that be God, or...?
But with the being we call the Godhead, certainly. But you see, how do you think...
What Christians would call God.
What Christians would call God. You are in direct communication with God. That's where you get your voices from and everything else, yeah?
Correct.
Is that what you're saying, right?
You are all made in the image of the infinite creator, and what that means is you are all infinite creators. We thank you.
You are all connected to the creative source of this universe. And nothing can stop that flow except your denial that you are God.
I wondered if back when you were involved in spirit worship, if they talked about New Age at all.
Oh yes, it was a big thing that was coming up. One of the major deceptions of the last days. Major deceptions of the last days. Major deceptions of the last days.
The false Messiah, Dajjal.